Let's bring in Fadel Abdul Ghany from Doha. He's the chairman and founder of the Syrian Network for Human Rights. Fadel, it's been a huge humanitarian tragedy. 11 years on, what is your sense of the current situation in Syria right now?
It's true, the Syrian paid a huge human cost. Today, Syrian Network for Human Rights issued a report. We talked about the huge human loss, and that's what we were able to document via 11 years from daily monitoring work. We documented the killing of nearly 230,000 civilians. I'm talking about just civilians that violated, and that extrajudicial killing, including nearly 30,000 children, 16,000 women, nearly 15 killed under torture, and at least still 1,52,000 still either detention or forcibly disappeared, 14 million displaced, huge economic loss, and 85% of Syrians below the poverty line. No one expects actually that the Syrian population will pay such a price for a simple, basic human rights demand, freedom, dignity, and political change from the rule of one family that seized power 1970 toward like democracy. Such a heavy price being paid actually to achieve road toward transitional and democracy.
Yeah, many Syrians say they began to protest all those years ago because of Assad's oppressive regime. Do you think anything has been achieved over the past 11 years?
I do think that there is a tremendous achievement, actually. We don't want like just to confine the achievement on the ground. How is Assad seized power? Let's see how is Assad being isolated. No respect politician like connect with Assad. Assad being isolated at Human Rights Council, Assad being condemned in committed crimes against humanity, Assad being accused in many of UN report, Commission of Inquiry, also OPCW committed in accused and committed war crimes, tremendous war crimes and crimes against humanity against his own population. So Assad actually been totally isolated. Assad also paid a heavy price, actually, by, I think, he'll never be rehabilitated again. But now, due to Russian support and Iranian support, Assad survived, not by his own power.
And with many Syrians still seeking justice for war atrocities committed during the past 11 years, many of those that you were chronicling just a moment ago, do you think they will ever see justice served?
I think that seeking for justice is still need to be pushed ahead. Minor achievements being succeed. We saw that Copland's trial accused Anwar Raslan, but by other hand accused the system itself, the regime itself, by committing crimes against humanity. Also, Frankfurt court accused this Dr. Ala Musa, which is like he was working for Assad in the military hospital in crimes against humanity, and that crimes against humanity definition means it cannot be like implemented by individual. It's a state policy. So type of justice being achieved, and I think the path is very long, but that doesn't make us surrender. We still need to focus on it. Of course, there is a political willing. We saw what the West is doing in Ukraine, for example, imposing tremendous sanction against Russia for their illegal intervention in Ukraine. I think few people aware that there is no sanction at all against Russia while she is interfere illegally in Syria and committed crimes against humanity and war crimes based on international report like Human Rights Watch report, Amnesty International report, also Commission of Inquiry accused Russia by committing war crimes. There is zero sanction from the West against Russia in the Russia crimes in Syria.
Yeah, and many people drawing those parallels between Russian involvement in Syria and now in Ukraine. Fadel Abdul Ghany there from Doha, the chairman and founder of the Syrian Network for Human Rights. Thank you.